You have to watch your money bleed out. So look at that. Well, with that being said, let's kick off our pre-market analysis. We are live. So everyone tuning in on YouTube, smash that like button and that subscribe button so that you can follow us every single day. And Taj and I, we preach every single day, guys. Capital preservation is your number one priority with trading the stock market. We don't trade the stock market to gamble. We trade the stock market so that we can make daily profits, guaranteed as close as possible, right? By using a systematic approach to trading. We don't throw money at gambling with stocks like the pot stocks today that you see on my screen here. Tilray was trading up at $75, shot back down to $54. This thing is coming back down. $52 is my target. If it breaks below 52, guys, guess where this is going? The 8 of May on the daily, guess where that is at? $37. Mark my words, we will see Tilray at $37 if this pressure keeps going on. So with that being said, Tilray is definitely on my A list today because of this market volatility. This pressure is definitely poised to continue. So I'm gonna look to short Tilray today. If Tilray does bounce, it might get a relief bounce. I'll find another entry point to get in on the short and make money on the downside with it. On the daily RSI, it's now at 78, which is still overbought. But then you've got to look at the other technicals. The upper Bollinger Band right now is at $51. So I can see Tilray trading to $51. If it breaks 51, my next target is 48. If it breaks 48, next target is 42. If it breaks 42, $36. That's what I see on Tilray. So with that being said, I will short Tilray, and I may even go pretty hard on it because I know where this is going to go. We saw GameStop. Y'all thought GameStop was going to go to 1,000. Where is it at now? Let me see. Let me pull it up. GameStop is at, oh, what? $50. Come on. I've been shorting GameStop from when it was at like 200, 300 with puts and with equity. Taj even called the top on GameStop. I saw it with my own eyes and heard it with my own ears. That was very impressive. So, come on, guys. There we go. Look at Tilray.
Oh, it's almost at 52.
Yep.
1 point away.
1 point away. I'm gonna get my target. So, unfortunately, this is all happening in pre-market, so we have to wait for the opportunity to get in. Other names I'm gonna keep watching that we could short. Look at ZYNE. I had people in here telling me ZYNE is gonna hit $10. Well, you're $3 away from that now. That ain't gonna happen. ACB. Let me pull up ACB and SMDL. Look at SMDL. It almost hit $5, $3.42. So I may even short SMDL today as well. I actually might short this one because this one is definitely there is like no solid fundamentals on this one. Upper Bollinger Band is $2.60. That's my target. $2.60 on SMDL. The 8 of May on the daily is $1.70. I might actually just pick on this one. This one actually might be pretty good for the short. So I'm gonna keep this one on my A list. ACB as well is bear flagging right now. Downside target for ACB, I see $17.50. If it breaks $17, this can come straight down to $15, which is the daily 8 of May on ACB. So all these pot names, I'm honestly gonna keep them on my A list. I'm gonna keep it very simple today because these guys are coming down. It could be that we get a pop. If we get a pop, we can play the relief bounce and play the pop. But the move is clearly to the downside, and I am short bias on these names. Another name that I'm going to keep on my A-list is Mara. You've got Bitcoin with solid fundamental news. You've got, I think Bank Mellon, if I'm not mistaken, one of the major banks or regional banks. They are pretty bullish now on cryptocurrencies. They're adding cryptocurrency to their transactional systems and investments. So with that being said, you saw Bitcoin rally to a high of, let's see here, if I'm not mistaken, a high of 48,530. Mara popped with it to 39.60. I am swinging $38 calls on Mara. I see Mara coming back to $41 possibly today. So Mara is going to be on my A list. If we got to keep an eye on Bitcoin though. So as long as Bitcoin keeps rallying, Mara is definitely in play. We've been trading the same names since Monday. The same names since Monday have been feeding me and providing food on the table for me, and I'm going to keep doing that until these names die out. So this has been the theme the whole week. It's been pretty damn easy to find opportunities this week. I'm always going to keep an eye on GameStop because GameStop, you know, it's an easy one to play. It's an easy one to read. So let's see what happens with that one. There are some other names that I'm keeping an eye on. Uber reported earnings, gap down, just gap filled 100%. So Uber can see a rally today. Zillow, I like Zillow. Closed yesterday at 164.70. Reported earnings. They are acquiring a company. You guys can look it up. I shared it in the Discord, and it's gapping up to $185. I like Zillow. If Zillow breaks 186, I think I'll go long. Put my stops to like 183. I'll give it a 3-point wiggle room. First target on Zillow, 189. Second target, pre-market high, 192. I like Zillow a lot. Let's see another name. Futu. All right, so check this out. Yesterday, you guys all saw, I called to short Futu right over here where I marked my chart, and the thing yanked more than 10 points. Rallied back up, and then look what happened here. It sold off from $198 to $158. Man, I couldn't short Futu yesterday because Merrill Edge didn't want to fill me on the short. I guess they couldn't find shares for me to borrow against. But holy smokes, Futu, what a move it made yesterday. That volatility is insane. And look at the volatility he's already got in pre-market. Hit a high of 187.70. Trading back down to 170, and it's bear flagging right now. I will attempt to short Futu again. I'm praying to God that Merrill Edge will fill me and find shorts for me. If not, I'll quickly flop over the puts. I'll short it with put options. But the way I see it is this. If Futu breaks above 174, you can play it for a relief bounce, and you'd have to put your stops at like, keep it tight, 170. If it breaks 169, 168, I'm going in for the short target, low of day 166, and bring it back down, baby. So these are, all of these names are my A list. I'll keep an eye on some other names, but Futu, the pot stocks, Mara, Uber, Zillow. Those are my like A list names for today. I've got one other name that I'm going to bring up. It's BMBL. It's an IPO for today. It's priced at $43 for the IPO. I'll give you guys live updates on data that I see coming in, on what price is looking at to open, and I'm definitely trading Bumble today. Typically IPOs go public at around like 11, 11:30, sometimes 12 if we're lucky. I have waited for IPOs sometimes until 1 o'clock Eastern. So it all depends when it opens up, but I'm definitely trading it today. Highly anticipated, highly expected. Its competitors are Match, you know, or I just know the ticker symbol, MTCH, Match Group. And let me just pull up, look at this stock since it IPO'd, just to give you a little bit of perspective. This is a direct competitor with Bumble. It IPO'd.
Is it the dating app?
Yep.
Is that the company?
Yeah, MTCH is the ticker. It's a holdings company for other dating apps. When it IPO'd, it was trading at like the $90 range. Look at it now. It's trading at $172. This is a direct competitor to Bumble. Now, I'm not saying that Bumble's going to do the same thing because who knows? You've got to look into the financials, look at the fundamentals, etc., etc. But clearly, what I'm trying to demonstrate is that there is an appetite, right, from the investor community and from Wall Street in these type of names. So Bumble is a stock that I might even swing from this IPO. So I'll let you guys know exactly how I'm going to play it. I'm very excited to trade it today. And with that being said, Taj, pass it on to you, bro.
Yeah, man. Just wait till Tinder makes their IPO. That's gonna really set the game on fire. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really just gonna add about three names to the watch list because I think there's going to be so much attention. Again, just with the pot and Bitcoin names, the pot stocks are the stocks everyone's keyed in on, right? Everyone's trading. Obviously, look at yesterday on Tilray. Tilray put in 199 million shares yesterday when the prior candle was 133 million, and we thought that was a lot, right? So for me, I'm going to be very keyed in on the ACBs, Tilray, SNDL, and those types of names. But as always, I'll keep an eye on Neo. Neo has there's something about Neo. Every morning it seems to pop off in one direction or the other. You've seen it happen over the past 3 days. We've been keeping an eye on it. Yesterday it tried to break out of that key level, that 6450. It hit 6460. And if you guys remember, when the market started selling off, Neo got destroyed. Traded all the way back down and broke the low of day. And then after that, just kind of went sideways. So
Yep.
now what we have happening, it is gapping up a little bit. It's gapping up about 30 cents. It has a range from this pre-market data of about 62.20 to around 61.50. So right now it is trading towards the lower end. So as of now, you could short it around 61.50 and throw your stops around 61.80 and look for a drop if you think it's going to continue to the downside. For me, I want to see what it does in the first opening 5 minutes. Unless it just rips up to 62, I'll probably just sit on my hands and wait for it. Wait for another entry. However, if it does rip up to 62, I may take a crack at the entry, throw stops around 61.50, and see what it can do. But nonetheless, I just want to keep an eye on it because Neo, again, is one of those like sleeping giants. It can just wake up randomly. It seems like it's done that the past few days. It's had these big moves right out of the gates, so definitely keep an eye on Neo. Another name I'll be keeping an eye on is Twitter. Remember, Twitter reported their earnings yesterday, I believe. Had the big gap up. If you look on the daily, Twitter looks like it's going insane. RSI is around like 83. It had a big rally, obviously right out of the gates yesterday. But then look, when the market started to sell off, so did Twitter. Twitter got destroyed during the market sell-off. It looked like it was about to gap fill, but then caught some support down here around $63. Then by the end of the close, it actually closed near the highs. So what are we starting to get on the daily chart? A bottoming tail bar, right? So this continues to the upside. I mean, maybe RSI is at 82.96 in normal market conditions. I would say, don't really look for long positions because it's overbought. But hey, nothing for RSI nowadays to hit 90. So the way I see it, if Twitter can trade back above 68, you throw your stops around 67. Look to see if you can test that all-time high and keep it going. If it breaks below 67, you can look for a short. Throw your stops around 67.50. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe Twitter had some price upgrades. Let me double check on that. Price target is 55. That's not a big analyst. Had some price target upgrades yesterday for about 70, 60. So it's pretty much at those levels that the price targets came in, but nonetheless, they were price target upgrades. So, take that in mind as well when you're trading some of these names.
JP Morgan 77, Canaccord Genuity 65. Those are the big ones.
Yeah, so you're pretty much right there. But, they can exceed, price target expectations. But nonetheless, it is a price target upgrade. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on Twitter. And then the last name.
Hey, bro, did you see Tilray hit a low of 52.84? I was 84 cents away from my $52 target.
We'll see what it does out of the gates now.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be some more pressure on it.
Yep. Hey, but pretty close though.
The last name I want to watch is AMD. So if you guys remember, AMD had a pretty big move out of the gates yesterday.
Yep.
And it's been hovering under our radar, but we've caught it every now and then with some of these random pops it has. But now it's starting to catch my attention. And the reason is because AMD is now approaching the all-time highs. All-time highs are 99.23, and if you look, it's been consolidating between about $85 to $99 over the past.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know, 4 months.
Since
4 months it's been
November.
since November. Yeah, since November. So AMD, do not sleep on AMD. This is another one of those names. When it runs, it can run. It can really. It's a very smooth chart. When it gets to moving, you're seeing some pops start to happen throughout the intraday. If you look on the daily, you're having the 8 MA cross the 20, and you have a mini bull flag forming here. It actually clipped that high of 93.30 during the pre-market hours right here at 93.40. So the way I see it, if AMD can trade back above 93.40, you can throw your stops at 93, and this would be the break of the bull flag. And let's see if it can break out. There's really no resistance until 95.72. So you're looking at $1.30 with a 40-cent risk. That's an easy, 3-to-1 potential. So you're not asking for the stock to do a lot to get a 1-to-1 off of it right out of the gates. So that's definitely something I want to keep an eye on. So those are pretty much the three names that I'll be watching as well with the pot stocks. But nonetheless, the pot stocks are going to be the go-tos for the day, and then as well as Mara.
Yeah.
I'll also, as always, I'll be keeping an eye on Apple. As always, I always split through Apple, the tech names, Microsoft, Facebook, and then obviously the S&P. The S&P is actually consolidating up here off of the gap up it has. It's gapping up about $1. So if the S&P starts to break out around 391.30, you can try it, 30 stops at 391, and see if you can test that pre-market high, which will give you the 1-to-1 at 391.50. And here's the thing, the S&P can break out above 391.50. I think there's a good chance we could test the all-time high again, 392.28. And what is that forming on the daily chart? Bull flag. Possible bull flag breakout off of the 8 MA. The 8 MA is finally caught up to the price action, so maybe this is what we need to really get the market to rally. There was some economic news that came out. I think, if I remember correctly, it was a little better than expected. I believe it was the jobless claims. So there are some positives out there for the overall economy, right? So because of that, obviously you got to keep an eye on the S&P to see what the overall market's doing. But other than that, man, pot stocks all day. Let's keep an eye on it. ACB, Tilray, SNDL, and then Bar as well. I think those are going to be the Mount Rushmore of stocks today.
Yeah, man. Pot and Bitcoin. That's been the theme this week. So let's get high off the pot and let's make some money off the Bitcoin. So, well, with that being said, guys, all kidding aside, let's make that easy money today. And with that being said, Carlos is sharing MA. I think that's MasterCard, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen that.
Oh.
Yeah. So MasterCard is gapping up. I can tell you because they are going to support cryptocurrency. This is one of the reasons why Bitcoin is rallying. So if you want to play a stock that is kind of in correlation with Bitcoin, you can play MasterCard. MasterCard, this is very good news. Very good news for crypto and for the companies that are adopting this cryptocurrency theme. I could tell you a lot of the financial institutions are going to be catching up. You're going to see companies like American Express. You're going to see institutional banks. You're going to see, Visa. You're going to see MasterCard. Obviously, they just came out today. So, MasterCard is another one you could play. And MasterCard, a strong fundamental company that Wall Street loves. This one will get bought up. It's a little bit expensive. You can play call options if you want on it. But you could see I bet you today you're going to see a nice steady climb with MasterCard. It's like one of those companies that the big money comes in and just buys up, right? So you don't see day traders like us really get our hands dirty with MasterCard. But I like it. Thanks for sharing that, Carlos. With that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. Trade responsibly. We'll see you guys tomorrow.